welcome back to iPulse Live. Today is Friday, August 29th. I'm Delaney Smith.
And I'm Lilian Carreon. We're glad to have you back for the new school year.
We begin today with a focus on AI, its promise and its pitfalls.
One Lynn student spent his summer vacation embracing AI's potential. Mitchell Bernstein has his story.
AI can take over in certain fields in the future in terms of jobs, but I wouldn't say for every field.
While most Lynn students spend lots of their free time studying or working, junior Ethan Friedman uses his free time to build the future. He's using ChatGPT and his fast computers to build unique apps and offers them for sale.
We're currently in the process of creating a website that has multiple apps that are created by AI, and they're AI-based apps. One of them is basically supposed to help you with financial welfare. So if you want to be financially well and you're really struggling, the app helps guide you in the right direction.
Regarding the usage of AI, Friedman believes it will change our lives.
AI will be the future, obviously, and it's already taking over as of now. I feel as if you don't embrace AI now, it's going to be in the future whether you use it or not.
To those who believe these programs will replace us, Ethan Friedman says not to worry.
AI could take over certain jobs, but there's still certain things that humans can do that AIs cannot, which is, have feelings and be able to think and process certain things. And what sets us apart from them is we have feelings and we have emotions, and a lot of our actions are based off feeling, where a lot of AI's actions are based off what you prompt it or tell it to do.
And Ethan has a warning.
If we put AI into every single job, jobs would be dehumanized, which would cause the workforce to kind of crumble.
For iPulse Live, I'm Mitchell Bernstein.
The ethical debate about the use of AI intensified this week. NBC News reports the California family of a teenager who died by suicide alleges he used ChatGPT as his suicide coach. We look more closely at AI and both its promises and controversy when Allison Wallace joins us later in the broadcast with an iPulse Extra interview.
Boca Raton is growing, and so is the Lynn University campus that calls the city home. More than 1,200 new students are enrolled this fall, a record number. That brings Lynn's total enrollment to more than 3,500 students. Reporter Jordan Gray checks in on the new residence hall, making room for a growing campus community.
The Banyan Residence Hall became the place to be on campus this week. It's the new home for 287 Lynn students. Amid the food, fun, and celebration, no one beamed more than Christine Lynn, the university's longtime benefactor at the heart and soul of the Lynn family.
I like the architecture. It's modern. I'm very modern, and I love the rooms that the students are living in. It's really, it'll attract a lot of students from abroad. I've been to schools where the dormitories are so bad that I wouldn't send my child there. Here, this is like a castle.
The latest addition to Lynn University's housing and residence life, Lynn President Kevin M. Ross was there giving his perspective on Lynn's journey of constant growth.
It's fun to work in a place that's not done yet, and I have a feeling that Lynn will never have that sense of we're completed, and that's what's exciting about being a student here and a staff or faculty member, because we're always kind of looking around the corner to see what's next and how we can improve things.
Sophomore Hudson Cameron is thrilled. He is in a 4-bedroom suite.
This is the living room area. This is the kitchen, the bathroom area, and this is my room. Pretty comfortable place.
Amaya Taylor, the resident assistant of Cameron's dorm level, interrogates the importance of community at Banyan.
My vision for the Banyan community, I would say I see a place where students actually interact with each other beyond their block schedule classes, where they maybe talk for a couple of minutes or so, but I'm happy to see students just get together and actually get to know each other and build bonds at last.
It was quite the celebration. Students from all over campus came to enjoy free boba tea, vanilla and chocolate ice cream, including waffles. This is Jordan Gray for iPulse News.
A lot of students with a lot of big dreams, both for their college life and career opportunities ahead. I went to the Involvement Fair on the Lane campus where students look not just at that, but to become more involved.
Hello everyone, we're back with another iPulse report. I'm very happy because it's a new school year, but today we're looking at the Involvement Fair and where we can sign up for. So let's go check it out.
I want to do something with psychology or just something like community service. There's a lot to do and just meeting new people is fun.
What about you?
I agree. I think that everyone's really down to help anyone if they ever need anything, and it's a really loving environment.
As every beginning of the school year, the Involvement Fair invites students to sign up to different clubs, activities, and even making strong connections.
So as a student ambassador, we give tours around campus. We also participate in some of the events that we have for our mission. So there's the Meet a Student experience where students come here to experience the day on the LN. There's also preview day. So you get to work all these events and then you also get to give tours. There's also positions for internships. So last semester, I was actually the daily visits and groups intern. So after working there for a year, I was able to apply for an internship there, and I did that internship for credit also, so that's how I got to graduate.
There are over 30 diverse clubs that offer the students the advantage of having an internship, getting a job on campus, and even being able to study abroad, creating international bonds with enriching career opportunities.
So the business club is basically for everyone. It's more targeted to, well, all business majors, but it's a great opportunity to network with other students, especially since we have like a large international student body. We have like approximately 2 events per month. It's a good opportunity to receive advice. We bring speakers to give advice on students on how to start their own businesses, how to invest.
Well, it was really nice to go see all the freshmen and all the students coming back to school, of course, and signing up for many things and many clubs at the Involvement Fair. I even got some stuff, some souvenirs, and signed up for some really, really nice clubs to enjoy and have fun this school year. My name is Lilian Carreon for iPulse News. Bye!
We turn our focus to business now. Tariffs slapped on imports to the United States under the Trump administration have made news all summer long. But what does that mean for small businesses in our region? Reporter Lisette Guillen went to one coffee supplier in Oakland Park to find out.
Luis Artiega is worried about the price of his specialty grade coffee bags.
The prices prior to the tariffs were somewhere in the mid $3, between $3 to $5. Now it's gone somewhere around $7 to $8 per pound.
This coffee shop imports coffee beans from Brazil, Ethiopia, Guatemala, and Colombia. Earlier this year, China made an agreement with Brazil to buy a big chunk of its coffee bean crop.
We might stop seeing Brazil coffee coming into the States. If this 50% tariff goes through and Brazil stops importing coffee to America, across the board, everything's going to get very expensive.
At least until now, Artiega has shielded his customers from increasing costs. But he says that can't last forever.
Because we just don't feel it's very fair to kind of punish, right, our customers because of things that are happening outside of our control. But here soon, we're going to have to increase the prices of per cup versus the prices that we've already increased on our bags.
Customers in search of their daily caffeine jolt shrug and keep buying, at least for now.
It's unfortunate that if our local businesses have to charge the consumers more money, we're all trying to save money at the end of the day.
Artiega is coping, working to create a new budget.
You just got to cut back on expenses that we personally have, just being more mindful at what we spend and where we spend our money for the shops.
And Luis Artiega actually told me that he's thinking about trying to blend the coffees in order to get those prices down. This is Lisette Guillen reporting for iPulse News.
Now we turn to Boca Raton, an a tile company owner trying to navigate tariff uncertainty. Guillermo de Domenico has his story.
Tiles are Danny Martinez's business.
So these tiles are 48 by 48, very popular, especially in larger homes.
Tariffs are his everyday worry. Valentina Decorative Floors in Boca Raton imports much of its tile. Tariffs on these products are part of his business calculation now.
These tiles here, these are made in India, We did take a big hit on this. So it's not a 10% increase, but more like almost a 50% increase.
Martinez and his suppliers have tried to absorb tariff costs without passing them on to customers. But sooner or later, every pocketbook feels at least some impact.
It did affect us directly for a good 3, 4, 5 months, I would say. And now we're kind of getting out of that.
A solid customer base helps, Martinez said, but he's having to change the way he plans for future business or pass up jobs altogether.
We used to sell up a job that was, let's say, a new construction. House wasn't going to be available or ready 10 months from now. We were able to do those jobs. Now we can't, because we cannot take a job today that we don't know how much our costs are going to be 10 months from now.
Business is much more of a roller coaster now.
Happily, we do have enough business to stay running and continue.
The new reality? This businessman is figuring out one customer, one tariff headline at a time. Guilherme De Domenico, reporting for iPulse.
Lines are out the door with the opening of the online shopping phenomenon Addicted. The store just opened at the Boca Raton Town Center Mall, and it's only one of 8 in-person locations nationally.
Addicted began making its name as an online sensation for young shoppers in 2021. Now that brand will see if that sizzle sells in person in Boca Raton.
We're just trying to make sure that we meet a need, right? So we have like a really big online presence, and we've had a big presence in the West Coast, but a lot of our customers on the East Coast.
The brand is banking on the personal touch, extending its online success. Customers, as always, will have the final say.
I'm a visual person, and I feel like it's hard to see and like hard to feel the clothes online. So I go in person.
I like being able to try the stuff on like in person and seeing how it fits, because I feel like online sometimes I'm in between, and I feel like the quality is like better.
And in the retail industry forever rushing online, this is another brand that hopes being in both worlds will make it a perfect fit. I'm Ellie Nickel reporting for iPulse News.
Hello everybody, Noah Barclay here. And the tropics right now, they're looking relatively active, but really nothing too much. We do have this one tropical system that could form possibly. It's coming off of the coast of Africa, where we do have some Saharan dust that is going to affect whether it does form or not. Even if it does, don't expect it to be much of anything, because we also do have a lot of wind shear that comes over here. So once it does develop, even if it does, which it really might not, there's only a 30% chance, that wind shear is going to turn up the storm pretty significantly, and it's really going to prevent it from doing much, if anything at all. And again, even if it does, it's not really even going to get past Bermuda. It's just going to go out to sea from there. Right now on the current radar picture, you'll see that we don't have really much going on right now. If we can get to the next slide, please. We do have a little bit of spotty showers near Key West over by the Panhandle as well. Over there in the Bahamas, there are also more showers. More thunderstorms toward Georgia, but of course that's outside of the area. There is no high pressure right now because we do have a lot of rain in the area, that's for sure, as you can tell by this, because we do have that low pressure that has really been affecting the area. And you'll see that now on the 7-day forecast that we do have rain pretty much most of the entire week. It'll be a little on-off, as you know, the Florida weather tends to be very spotty. We'll have to see where that goes, but as of right now, we will have thunderstorms on Friday, today, and Saturday, and then throughout the week, we will have a good chance of storms and particularly showers. Nothing too strong really past Sunday, so we'll have to see where that goes. But don't expect anything too much, just significant rain in terms of how often it's going to do it. The actual rain itself isn't going to be too heavy, but it's going to be happening on-off really most of every day for the next week. So don't plan any golf or anything outside because it's really not the week to do it. I sat down with Manuel Rodriguez to make sure you're prepared for hurricane season. What resources should people themselves personally have ready, like a first aid kit or things along the lines of that? What should they have ready?
What we preach to our residents is 3 things: to make a plan, make a kit, and be informed. Those things are very simple. So what we ask people to do is, when making a plan, is meet with their family, schedule some time with them, and go over basic protocols in their house. If they need to evacuate, where are they meeting? What are some communication tools, important phone numbers, things like that. It's very simple to have canned goods, water, things that you have in your day-to-day, and picking up a few little things extra when you're at the store is very easy. Batteries, our charging cables, important documents for our insurance, home, things like that. Then even having a first aid kit.
Sports are in full swing right now, and it's really starting to really get going, and it's going to be exciting. Swanson?
This summer, Lynn University student Ian Wade received an SB Sports Humanitarian Award for his efforts with his Bigger Than Sports organization. This nonprofit focuses on youth development, hosting numerous sporting events and workshops within its first year of operation. Earlier this week, I caught up with Wade, discussing Bigger Than Sports and the significance of his award.
I read it in big bold letters. It says congratulations, and I literally dropped to the floor.
20-year-old Ian Wade loves sports.
Sports are such an amazing thing.
Wade happily remembers his reaction for being recognized with the Billie Jean King Youth Leadership Award. It honors youth who are doing good for others, making a community impact.
And finally, Ian Wade from Pittsburgh is the 20-year-old founder and CEO of Bigger Than Sports.
Wade, a Lynn University junior, was one of 3 honorees to accept the award from King in front of some of the biggest names in sports at this year's SB Awards.
We all had the same collective belief. This is amazing. This is going to be the fuel in our rocket ship that's going to take us off, but we're just getting started.
Bigger Than Sports is his nonprofit organization geared toward providing high school student athletes with adequate resources and mentorship to thrive. From basketball to flag football and even pickleball tournaments, Bigger Than Sports has conducted numerous events within its first year of operation.
What we believe is that to be a part of the youth is a strength. We look like the students, we talk like the students, we understand the students, and we just went through the exact same thing that they are going through.
And Wade will never forget meeting King, a social justice champion and one of his sporting icons.
To be recognized by someone of that magnitude is just a pat on the back to all of the hard work that we've been putting in this past year.
On October 12th, Bigger Than Sports hosts its first ever 5K marathon right here in South Florida, the location to be determined. For more information, you can go to biggerthansportsco.org to see the full calendar of upcoming events. Reporting from the iPulse newsroom, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
One look at Team Flying High, the Lynn University Fighting Knights women's volleyball team. Oh, and make that a national championship team. Now gearing up for another exciting run, Davendra Belvis went courtside for us this week.
After capturing the program's first ever national championship last season, the Lynn University volleyball team is back in action, taking the court for a preseason scrimmage 2 days ago.
We're super excited. We know that every game's going to be a challenge, but I think we're hungry and we're ready to go back.
The team comes into this season determined to build on last year's championship with the help of new additions to their roster.
We feel more confidence. It's a brand new team this year, so it will give us the opportunity to build something new and see. Last year we saw what we could do, so this year we're hoping to do it again.
Nearly half of this year's roster is made up of newcomers, with 9 new additions that are expected to make an immediate impact.
I think our back line is going to be really great. We have a lot of littles coming in. We got Valley and Brooke on the outside. Valley's a freshman, Brooke's a grad. Well, I just mean everybody. Like, everybody's going to be so good.
The Knights have used this preseason to clean up key parts of their game to enhance their consistency on the court.
Definitely defense. I think our team relies so much on our defense, and if our defense and our backcourt is good, then we play well.
The Knights are already looking forward to tough matches against some of their rivals.
I'm really excited for the PBA game, the Florida Tech game. Definitely Florida Tech because we lost to them twice.
The team's morale is high, but the Knights know that it will take hard work to bring home another national title.
We worked so hard to get there last year, and then just coming into it just gives us like a huge boost of energy and confidence.
The Fighting Knights will kick off their season next weekend in New York as they look to defend their national title. I'm Davendra Belvis reporting for iPulse Live.
Now to our iPulse Extra. At the top of our broadcast, we talked about AI. Now Allison Wallace brings us an extended conversation and the promise and concerns about AI that seem to be in the news every day. She sat down with Alan Crowitz, a cybersecurity expert and president and CEO of InfoStream.
AI has just been taking off and it's becoming huge. Do you think we should be afraid of it and run away, or do you think that we should embrace it?
A little of both. There's definitely some very terrifying things about AI and some real concerns out there. But at the same time, it really is a life-changing technology. I mean, you know, we had the Iron Age, the Information Age, all these major moments in history, and this really is feeling like it's one of them.
Yeah. How is AI growing and changing, and how have you personally seen it used with everything going on around you?
A lot of it reminds me of the regular phases that I've seen with technology over decades. You know, in the beginning, like in this case, there's an engine. Someone invented this AI engine that does all kinds of cool things. It's like when the computer first came out. It was really awesome, has DOS on it, you know, did whatever, but it was really challenging to use. Powerful, but how are we going to use this thing? And then applications started coming out and Windows GUI interfaces and all these kind of things started happening. And then people got it. Oh, there's an accounting program, a law program, all these great things. And that's kind of what's going on with AI. So AI is out there with this great GPT engine and some of the other ones out there. But we haven't really seen a ton of apps really take advantage of the engine. Yes, a photo app will use some, or your word processor will write some from an AI, but a real app that can take tons of different, you know, resources together and do something amazing with it. I think that's the next stage.
Definitely. Have you used AI at all?
Oh, I use AI every day in my job and with our customers. Lots.
Can you explain to us, if you're allowed, how you use AI?
We do it a ton of different ways. Obviously, to process large volumes of information is very good. But since I own a cybersecurity and IT company, you know, we can tell it the tools we use and what we want to accomplish, and it will write scripts and programs and things like that to do things. So we can say, hey, go check across all of our clients, go to every company's master email box of all their email accounts, and go check for certain security settings all through every client. Okay. And if you find this or that, we want you to make a nice report and send it to us to tell us who's got what problems where, so then we can have an action list to go work on it. And it can go generate the script, go reach out to all these individual sites all in one quick motion and generate a report for us that tells us ways to secure our clients better.
Wow. So would you say AI takes hours off of one project that would take forever and minimizes that, makes it a lot quicker?
Yeah, not only that, but things that I think even talented IT people would struggle to do, it does very well.
I've seen, so for me personally, I graduate this year, and I've kind of had the thought of just a little bit of worry. Do you, I think AI has a chance of taking jobs in the future. Do you think it can get to that point?
It's definitely going to take some jobs. The president of NVIDIA, Jensen Huang, he had a great comment. He's like, you don't have to worry about AI taking your job. You have to worry about someone who knows AI very well taking your job. So the message is, if you're someone getting into the workforce or moving up through the workforce, is learn AI. I used to see it about computers. I would meet these accountants when computers really took off in offices that were great accountants, but terrible with the computers, and it made them look like so-so accountants. And I would see accountants that were so-so accountants, but because they could use the computer so well, they looked like amazing accountants.
Yeah.
And AI will be that way. There'll be people out there who know how to make themselves look way better with AI, do their job better, faster, more professionally. Those people are going to be the ones needed. And if you don't learn AI and get in there, there's definitely a threat to jobs out there.
So you think AI can definitely replace some people in the work field if they're faster? Well, if it's
Absolutely.
faster.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a crazy thought. What future do you personally see with AI? If you see, let's say AI 10 years from now, what comes to mind?
Yeah. It's really tough. So it's on this exponential growth, where it's getting faster by the month, pretty much. And there's a lot of question, can it outsmart its master? Humans are the ones who fed the information to teach AI what it knows. And it's reaching the point now where it's as smart as the smartest person on earth and knows all this information, everything. But can it go beyond that? Will it continue this exponential growth where it's twice as smart as a human, 4 times as smart as a human in a couple of years? Or is it going to hit some kind of barrier where it starts slowing down? This is only so much I can do. But if it continues at the pace it's doing, the automation and things that can happen for the world in every field, from medicine, it can fold proteins and solve, viruses and diseases that have been around for hundreds of years. It can reduce, the workforce in dangerous and difficult jobs. It's just almost unlimited what it's on path to do.
Wow.
With Labor Day weekend upon us, we thought it would be a great idea to take you for a visit to a place where fresh is always on the menu. I checked out the farmers market in Boca Raton. Locally grown produce, farm-to-table meats and cheeses, handcrafted goods, and so much more, all available in Boca Raton. A new farmers market that opened earlier this summer is quickly becoming a popular weekend activity. With over 70 vendors, it has attracted large crowds. The market is open every Sunday from 1 to 9 p.m. on Glades Road. One of the most popular vendors, an unusual product made from beef tallow.
I started my tallow-based skincare business called Ancient Tallow about 3 years ago. Just like shea butter, cocoa butter, mango butter, all the plant-based fats that we import by the ton, with tallow, we're supporting our local farmers, keeping our money circular here in the United States. It's more bioavailable because we're animals, meaning we absorb it and utilize the nutrients and vitamins and fatty acids that tallow is made up of far better than any plant-based fat.
I want to know what I'm putting on my face is a good product and good quality. So he was able to tell me where he sourced it from and that it was 100% grass-fed.
With today's technology and the rise of social media marketing, why do sellers and consumers still turn to in-person markets?
I love working the farmers market. The Boca Raton Farmers Market gives me the opportunity to educate my local community on better, more healthy products, and that keeps me going. I love to educate on my products, especially in person.
And for many consumers, face-to-face interactions are still very appreciated.
My experience at the farmers market was definitely really fun. It's just like a good area to come together with your friends, especially on a Sunday. We went to church before, so it was nice to go walk around with my friends and look around at all the vendors.
I'm Delaney Smith for iPulse TV News. Thank you so much for watching our first live show back.
We will see you next week. Stay tuned for our live broadcast next Friday at 2:30 p.m.